Tired of city life, we moved to the country and started our homestead by learning to raise chickens. Each day we were met with new challenges, new learning opportunities, and new adventures. Through it all, we loved our new daily routine, and of course, the perks and benefits. Join us each week as we add to our flock and grow our homestead.
Last week on Coop Dreams.
As a soccer coach, I had a soft spot for camps. So we put together a camp for chicken keepers, and Coop Camp was born. We had the venues, the date set, and invited some incredible speakers. The marketplace offered a lot of cool, new, and unique products. And I was relieved to see so many that were excited to learn and share ideas. A coop building contest. If the selected camper beat me, they got to keep the coop that they assembled.
I think I'm done.
Coop Camp was a blast, and I learned a tremendous amount. Between camps, something special was supposed to happen with the hatching of our eggs, or what was supposed to be hatching of our eggs. Between camps, something special was supposed to happen with the hatching of our eggs. Without really thinking it through, we set the eggs to hatch in January between the two coop camps. They were supposed to hatch between the camps, but on the 21st day, nothing. No pips, no peeps, no movement. With friends over and cameras at the ready, we sat and waited, growing sad and frustrated by the moment. Support came from our Facebook family with stories of late hatches and better luck next time posts. But one made me think, don't count the day you start as day one. It's not an official day in the incubator for 24 hours. I can't remember how I counted, but held out hope that Monday could be the day.
I can't believe it. I swear to God I heard a chirp. Did you hear that? You serious?
And later that evening, it looked like an egg had moved. While I felt convinced it was moving, I did recognize that I'd been staring at the incubator for a full 18 hours and that I might be seeing things.
No, I think, I don't know if it's the fact that I've seen those move or I think that those ones have moved, that I think it's those two, but
it was possible I had made mistakes with temperature or humidity, or that we could have an issue with how old and viable the eggs were going into the incubator. I didn't have heat installed in our basement. I figured it would always be around 50 degrees, and for 8 months out of the year, that'd be okay. But when you're incubating eggs, the temperature outside the incubator is just as important. So I really wasn't sure and was trying not to get my hopes up.
I heard a chirp.
You can hear it?
Can you not hear it?
Uh-uh.
Listen. You did not hear the chirping?
I didn't, no.
I heard the chirping. I heard chirping twice. Did you hear that?
You can still hear? No, I can still hear. I'm 60 years old, man. I got no hearing.
Three times. I heard it 3 times. I heard chirping. I heard it 3 times.
I heard it. Put your ear right here. Put your ear all the way down to the plastic.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, relax. I thought you were I heard it really loud. Really loud. It's like right by my head. I don't hear anything now, but I did. I did.
They're gonna hatch tonight or tomorrow.
Great. Which makes sense if tomorrow's the 21st day.
Yeah. Nobody told me about the 0. They don't say anything about the 0. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Was told 21 days after I put them in the incubator that they hatch, and today's the 21st day. It's late in the day on the 21st day, and I've gotten a lot of Facebook posts that have said the day you put them in is actually day 0. So if that's the case, then tomorrow should be the 21st day. They should hatch tomorrow. But I know I've seen, a couple move, and I've heard 4 different times I've heard chirping. It might happen tonight. I'm not crazy. I know I've heard it, but I have been staring at this incubator for about 48 hours now. How it's possible that they didn't move?
But you're hearing the chirping.
I'm hearing it. I swear to God, I'm hearing it. I haven't heard it in a while.
They're trying to say it's not till tomorrow. Coop.
Stay tuned for more Coop dreams.
The next morning, around 5 a.m., one of the chicks had pipped. I ran out to do the morning chores with the chickens and horses. And when I returned, a chick had hatched. I was so excited that a chick had been born that I wasn't even bothered that I missed the actual hatch. But that excitement was short-lived as multiple waves of disaster hit. First, the power went out, plunging the basement into darkness, which isn't a major issue unless you're trying to hatch eggs in January when it's 15 degrees outside, and causing the temperature in the incubator to drop 20 degrees in a matter of minutes. It was clear our chick wouldn't survive long in the current setup. Jackster told me she had just received a text from the power company that the power would be out for 2 hours. She suggested that I take the incubator from the basement out to the Prius and crank the heat in the car. The incubator temperature continued to drop and was now in the mid-70s. As I ran, the eggs were bouncing around and crashing into one another. And if that wasn't enough, the water had spilled out of the incubator as I was moving it up the stairs and into the Prius. During the dash out to the Prius, I was sure I had lost the 7 chicks still in various stages of hatching. We plugged the incubator into the car, turned the heat on high, and within 30 minutes, the temperature was nearing 100 and it looked like our first chick would survive. Jackster's quick thinking saved this little one, and so I named it Little Jackster and watched as it stumbled its way around the incubator.
There's the chick. There are the 2 eggs that I think are pipping. And there is the almost out of gas in the Prius.
Despite just coming off of elbow surgery, and before my brain even started thinking of solutions, Jackster was putting the leftover lawnmower gas into the Prius to buy us a bit more time. We were pretty sure now that we could outlast the power outage.
This one's flap is moving, and this one actually was peeking out, and then when that one hatched, it turned the egg over, so the beak or the claw or whatever was sticking out of the shell is now underneath it, and it hasn't moved since. So I'm a bit concerned about that one. And this one hasn't moved in a bit, but it's got a hole in it, and it was...
And as we settled back into the comfort of the Prius, we saw another miracle happen.
Not anymore.
One of the eggs began to show signs of hatching, and soon we had our second chick, born inside our Prius, and that became its name.
That's little Prius.
Having survived freezing temperatures and a whole mess of problems, we were pretty excited that 2 of our 8 eggs had hatched. If that wasn't enough excitement, others were beginning to pip, and you could hear chirping.
So can you tell them apart?
Yeah, that one was born in the Prius. And they're about 2 hours apart.
Having never hatched chicks before, I was shocked at how clumsy and uncoordinated they seemed. Two chicks out of 8 eggs with a half dozen emergencies was pretty good, and we were happy with the new additions to our flock.
The Prius came out more yellow,
Yeah,
whereas
she did look
the other one came out
blonder.
gray and black.
So they poke a hole first, and then work around it? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you look at how they just, like, they're cracked in half, both of the ones that are...
It's almost like he's working on a little square window. He's almost got it. And then they go around the circumference of the egg.
Hey, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Despite a pip in 2 of the remaining eggs, there was no movement or noise in the other 4, and it looked like we would settle on 4 of 8. A much better hatch rate than the 0 from our first try.
Is it spilling on the ground? Is it not going in there? Okay, well, I'm turning it off then, because I only got 15 miles left to get to the gas station.
After about 90 minutes, the power in the house came back on, and we brought the incubator and 2 chicks back inside. Okay, 96, so not too bad. That poor guy over there. Sorry guys. Temperature lost 4 degrees. That one's getting pretty fluffy. Hey, stop it. Stop it. 97 to 100, I think. Despite a whole mess of problems, we had 2 of our 8 eggs hatch, a 3rd pipping, and we were thrilled. Shortly after resettling the incubator in the garage, we had 2 more eggs begin to pip.
Peck at it, peck at it. There we go, there we go. Help him.
Oh yeah, it's getting bigger.
One thing I did not expect was how they go from moving around and around and around to instantly falling fast asleep anywhere.
With its beak through one of the squares. See that? Look at them helping him. Isn't that cute?
It was alarming at how they pecked at each other and the unhatched eggs. We put a post on Facebook asking for name ideas, had a bunch of great suggestions, but settled on Marty in honor of it being Martin Luther King Day.
Drunk.
Oh, inebriated.
Marty, Prius, and Little Jackster were soon joined by a 4th chick. But one that caused us some concern as it was born with a red lump near its vent. Many of those following our hatch day suggested that it might dry up and fall off on its own, but others expressed concern that it might be something graver. Other than the lump, chick number 4 seemed normal, but the others would peck at it, so we decided to move them into the brooder and leave number 4 in the incubator. In moving the others to the brooder, I dipped their beaks in both the food and the water to teach them where it was. Amazingly, they picked it up right away as we had been told they would. And once the red lump did dry up and fall off, we named number 4 Lumpy. While we hated her being in the incubator by herself, Another egg was pipping, and it didn't seem like she'd be alone for long.
I don't know if I did it right.
After a full 24 hours of eggs hatching, we welcomed 5 new additions to our flock. Lil Jackster, Prius, Marty, Lumpy, and last but not least, Pokey Jr. 5 of 8 was a much better hatch rate than our 0% in the fall. It was an amazing experience, and we found ourselves pulling up chairs and watching chick TV for hours on end. Check back next week for more chick adventures on Coop Dreams.
For more fun, like Coop Dreams on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit our website at www.fadedjeans.tv.
Incubator, Bella, Wrangler, and Naya. Hey, Naya. And then, of course, Naya.